But I got two kids that come from the same house that have learned the same things, had the same conversations. One is more extroverted, more follow the leader. One is more introverted, more I'm to myself. I don't need no friends. I can go play by myself. I'm cool. Yeah. So I'm learning as parents, I have to have two different conversations.
There you go.
So I'm instilling the same values.
Yeah.
But I have to have different conversations with each of them.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to another edition of Dads on Purpose, the podcast. I'm your host, Josh Ashford, man, and as always, got the big homie KB, Mr. Kevin Brigance. How you doing, bro?
What's up, baby? Let's go, man. I'm so excited to be on Dads on Purpose podcast. Like always, let's go, baby!
Kev looked like he had a flashback to his football days. He was in the huddle trying to get everybody hype.
It's football season, man.
It's our chance.
Hey, man. Hey, it's football season, and guess what? Listen, Kendall is playing volleyball, so now I have an actual sport I get to root for. For the last 13 years, I've just been going to ballet and recitals. Now I'm like, I got the sports energy in me.
But did you get a shirt with her face on it?
Nah, we ain't going that far yet. Nah,
why not? Is it her first year? Like, has she played before, or is this her first year?
No, this is her first year. She ain't played before.
You gotta ease her into it. Yeah. Like, she already know you crazy, but she can't know you that fan dad crazy until she like get going and she committed to the sport. Now she's stuck.
Right.
That's my daddy. Yo, we got your Uncle Terry, just a dope dad. Black Dad. What's it? Black Dad, dope Black Dad.
He messing me all up. Ain't that something? I go and introduce myself because.
Oh, no. Hey, Terry, how do you introduce yourself?
Just tell me the mic. You know what I mean? I ain't coming in like Kev with all that energy. I'm coming with that smooth energy. But just a dope dad, representing Dope Black Dads LLC, representing fathers all across the world. I mean, that's it. I'm gonna start off real easy, but that's me.
Yo, somebody, please sponsor this man with a mic. he's a size large. He needs a size large mic. I don't know. He used to be a size 3X mic, but now he's a size large. I don't know. He's
4X mic, but who's counting? Who's judging?
Uh-oh.
I'm just saying.
Welcome to the show, y'all. I wish y'all could have heard this conversation beforehand because we stupid. That's how
crazy.
It makes me think of Martin. He'd be like, "Cole, you stupid."
Yeah,
that's how our shows start off, and I'm glad. But listen, Terry, what you been up to, man? What you been? Because it's been a minute since you've been on the show. So let the people know what you up to besides buying God is Dope shirts. Because apparently they keep getting you and you can't stop.
Hey, I was telling them before the podcast started, God is Dope got the best marketing in the world. So they text me probably once or twice a day with a message that really touches my heart. It makes me feel like I need to buy another shirt. So whoever's behind their marketing, if you hear this, job well done. I mean, y'all killing it with the marketing. Besides that, fellas, man, I tell you what, man, me and my wife just got back from Atlanta, so we just went on an Atlanta trip. That was nice. It felt good to be somewhat human again. I mean, 9 times out of 10, we in the house, although I make it look like we jumping, but we here. So it felt good to kind of get out and do a little bit of something. We got a chance to get dressed up. I'll ask you if you saw it, but I'm sure you did. Your boy cleaned up nice in Atlanta. I felt good.
For y'all that's not on YouTube land, Terry got a sign behind him that says "Stay humble."
It's a reminder. I need it as a reminder because it's hard. It's hard.
Since what? 1911?
Since
1914? Whatever.
It's been. I'm just saying.
Hey, and I would also like to say, if y'all hear this feedback, that's not me. That's these two knuckleheads, because you know what I'm saying.
It could be us. That's fine.
Yeah, I'm gonna blame you.
Hey, I went on a vacation, man. That was pretty nice, man. We had a good time. We got a chance to get out.
What'd y'all do
in Atlanta?
Yeah.
So one of my buddies, actually, I met him through the weight loss community, man. him and his wife were celebrating 20 years of marriage.
Nice.
So
Hey,
we
clap,
got
clap.
a chance to go down there. I met him for the first time, and a few other people I built some relationships with, man. And when I'm telling you, we partied the entire weekend, man. It was nonstop. Just
Did you shimmy? Did you shimmy?
I got I shimmy. You know I shimmy. But wait, I'm always looking for a reason to shimmy. Like I'd be like, did you just drop that napkin? Let me get it for you. If I can find the reason, I'm gonna find the reason. So, but man, we had so much fun down there in Atlanta. It felt good. We drove, so it gave me and my wife time to just. We drove. We talked. I mean, we talked about our marriage. You know, I mean, we're going into on Wednesday. We celebrate 9 years.
Oh, congratulations!
Hey,
congratulations!
Thank you. So we talked about
how long has it felt like?
You're not trying to get me in trouble, bro.
I'm going on 4 years, and it feels like 15.
Because see, people ain't seen his face. It's like, how long has it felt like his eyes went up? Like,
damn.
It felt like a long time, but here go the thing. I truly married somebody that I have fun with, man. So I mean, I'm grateful for my marriage, man. I celebrate marriage. I talk about marriage. When you see me, you're gonna see my wife. I make sure I share her through my social media as well. Because that's important for people to see, right? I'm just a dope dad, but I also want to think that I'm just a dope husband too. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be just a dope dad if it wasn't for her and everything that she's done for me. So we're getting ready to come up on 9 years on Wednesday, and then yesterday we went zip lining.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna put together a little video sometime this week. I just haven't had time, man. But I'm telling you, it was it was an experience, man. After being overweight my whole life, man, it was something that I've always like. Man, I can't wait to go ziplining one day. And we were supposed to go in Atlanta. So my buddy that organized the Atlanta trip, we were supposed to go. Well, we didn't realize it was Labor Day weekend and all of that. So we couldn't go. But by then, my mind was already made up. Like, I'm going ziplining. So as soon as I got back here to Ohio, I'm like, I need to find a spot. So we found a spot right around the corner. And we went ziplining. Did 5 different zip lines. Nice. But I'm telling you, man, I felt like a big kid. And we had fun. It was just me and my wife. Just us two. We didn't know anybody else. I mean, they did like a group of 8 people. Yeah. Of course, I met friends, doing it. But we literally just we have fun. You hit 5 different zip lines. You go up through like different bridges that are like made with rope and like a few wood planks and stuff. But like, nice. Obviously like being over 400 pounds most of my life, man, I couldn't do stuff like that. And they had a 270-pound weight limit. So going in, I'm like, I ain't even close to that. Like it felt comfortable to know.
That's good.
I can enjoy some of those stuff, man. So yeah, man, we bringing in our anniversary this week. So
that's what's up, man.
I got a question because it's gonna decide if we friends or not.
We are. Go ahead.
No. We about to figure it out right now because you Ohio State fan anyway, so that's mark 1. Then you a Kappa, so that's mark 2. I'm just making stuff up, but do you want to go skydiving?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we're not friends. That's it. Podcast over. We see y'all next week.
Wow. Come on, man.
I will tell you, man, I think for so long I kept telling myself that I didn't want to do some of these things. Yeah. Because I was overweight, that I tried to like convince myself that I didn't. I really feel like I'm living. And I'm not just saying that on no brag. Like I am enjoying these like to me, I'm not fearful. Like if I'm able to do it, I'm gonna do it. Right? There's no restrictions. Yeah. So yeah, I want to do skydiving, man. When I hit the amusement parks, man, I'm hitting every roller coaster now. Where before I'm like, I don't want to ride a roller. Man, I was lying. I wanted to ride a roller coaster. Here go the thing. It didn't go click, click, click enough for me that I never wanted to. Like it was
said click. It had like a half click. Like
it was like a half a click. Like I need to hear click, click, click. One of them clicks give up. I got some backup clicks. I didn't have those before. Now I got like 4 or 5. I'm sitting back. I'm comfortable. I'm like, that click. I got 3 more clicks.
Yeah.
So now I'm hitting it all.
Hey Terry, man. On your trip, like who contacted the kids more? What was it like? Let me see what the baby's doing.
Guess what? None of us.
What?
I'm gonna tell you what. Normally we do.
Yeah.
Post-pandemic, F them kids. No, I'm just kidding. No. I'm joking. We spend a lot of time with our kids now, right? Just thinking about it, being home, they not going to daycare and school and all of that. They just now started going back, but we couldn't wait to get out. Actually, my mom was calling me saying like, hey, the kids want to buy kids, high kids, buy. Like we disconnected. And I think we needed that time for our marriage. Is truly, like I said, it's 24/7. We are, our life is like a business, right? I get home, they get home, I'm packing lunch, she's giving them bath. We're tag teaming, doing stuff. So it's like for 5 days, we didn't have to worry about them. So we wasn't thinking about them. So as much as I love my kids, it's clear I love them. I didn't think about them on that trip. I knew they was with my mom, so they were in good hands. So it's not like I was worried about who they were with, what they were doing. Like Gigi gonna hold it down. So they was with Gigi. Gigi, she spoiled them. She had all of them. And I was good. So no, I wasn't calling them. If they called me, I was treating them like a bill collector before I had money. You see, I said before I had money. I used to hit them with the now I talk to them. I'm like, what's up? No, I don't want that credit card. I'm good, But before I used to hit them with the
so basically that's letting me know that I still ain't got money because
Hey, I pick up the phone with a smile now. I'm like, what's up? What y'all doing?
Look, Bob, you called yesterday, dog. I already told you. Like,
hey, Bob be calling me now, like, yo, T, you trying to sell your house? I'm like, nah, I like it here. It's nice.
I got my man cave down here. Look, everybody know where I'm shimmying at. Like, this dad's shimmy spot. My son come down here, we shimmy together. We don't need now.
Hey, but for real, you joking? I'm for real. This is mine.
No, bro. I feel like, y'all, I don't even know how long we in. We like 10 minutes in. We didn't even got to the podcast, y'all. But that's what's happening when you have good people on and you got good stories and just good conversation and good friends sometimes, depending on how I'm feeling with Terry.
Hey, this is before you even this is my third time with y'all, man. So I'm back.
Is it?
Like, y'all like me a little bit. If I'd have been here, this is my third time.
It's your third time?
You didn't realize you probably wouldn't have had me on again if you didn't know that. But this time,
look, I thought it was the second time. I was like, you know what? We told him we're gonna get him back, so we're gonna check that off. This is the third time. All right, y'all. We'll see y'all next week. Take care. Look, this episode ain't even making it.
That's a competition between him and DJ. Who could be on the most?
Look, we got DJ next. We got DJ next.
Yep.
How many times he been on?
Enough?
Yeah.
I don't know. 3?
Okay.
4? 3?
All right, I got some more. I'll be back. Don't worry. I like to compete.
Hey, listen. Can we get into the podcast?
I'm like, can we talk about the weather? We ain't talk about the weather last time I was on there. Go ahead. My bad.
I don't.
Welcome to Dads on Purpose podcast.
Welcome to the Dads on Purpose podcast. This podcast is sponsored by Just a Dope Dad, his weight loss journey. If you guys would like to know anything, please hit him. Anyways,
look, I'm happy. No, say it again.
Look, he's no. Look, he was on here bragging, talking about, look, I ain't even trying to buy no mic. I'm gonna just hashtag mics and somebody gonna sponsor me one. I ain't trying to pay for it.
And I guarantee you, I'm gonna get me a mic and I'm gonna tag y'all when I get it.
Hey, I'm rooting for you. Look, I'm just saying, give me one too.
The funny thing is, my next contract, somebody gonna hit me up about a video or a reel. I'm like, yeah, I like that. That amount's cool, but can you throw in a mic?
Yeah. Well, what kind of mic? Oh, let me scroll.
I'll be selling. It's gonna be vitamins. I'm like, but I need a mic. I need a mic with the vitamins.
I like where this is going. No, but that is kind of a somewhat segue. Good job. What I tell you I want to talk about? Oh, yeah. I want to talk about creativity, man, in kids, because like how do you because you got it. You know what I'm saying? Like you have it, and yours is with the story. You know what I mean? But you already had not the creativity, the confidence. Like you already had that before the weight loss. And well, I don't know if you had it internally, you had it externally, huh?
Yeah, I had both.
Okay, well, I look, no shade. I'm just like I don't know. I'm just saying. Anyways, but like the confidence, man, and that spills over to your kids, and I'm starting to see it. Like your son's starting to get in on them and things like that. And so I'm just like, yo, how does that happen? That's a loaded question.
No. Very good question, man. I think it's important for me to exude that in front of them, right? I think I'm big on, I want them to know their dad, right? And you get some parents like, my kid is my kid and not my friend. I'm a parent, but I will say, I try to build a relationship with each of my kids individually as well, right? I got 3 different kids. Each of them get their own time. So even
I don't know why.
the other day,
I don't know why it sounds funny like you said that. I got 3 different kids. Like
I got 3 different. I ain't say 3 different baby mamas now. I just said 3 different kids. All same mama. I'm just saying. But needless to say, I spend time with them individually, and I want to learn their personality. I want them to know me as a father, and I'll find what they enjoy. So when you talk about it, is as a father, it's important for me to. Every kid is different. So there's stuff that my younger daughter likes that my older daughter doesn't like.
Yeah.
So I try to find time to do what they enjoy. So, but I'm encouraging them, right? If you like playing in baby dolls, right? My oldest daughter, she's a baby doll girl. My youngest daughter, she'll tell you, I don't like baby dolls, Dad. I'm cool. I'd rather make TikToks and do. That's her. So it's like I find what they enjoy, and I encourage them to have fun with it, to love it, and then I'm always encouraging them and trying to put positive. I mean, if you look behind my wall, there's positive affirmations all behind me, right? And I'm huge on them. I post them every morning on Dope Black Dads. I post them on my other site, My Bro Ain't Heavy. I'm the one that's behind, but to me, I need to see that. I need to have that positiveness as I start my day. So as my kids start their day, I'm pouring into them, right? And here goes the thing. I'm not perfect by any means. I'm not trying to act like it. But what I will say is, if you're pouring into your kids and you're pouring that positive stuff into them, they'll start to believe that, right? Yeah. And I think more than anything, they have that from home. So if they get to school and somebody says something different, in their mind, they're like, "No, I'm beautiful. My daddy told me I'm beautiful. My daddy told me I'm cute. My daddy told me my hair looks nice," because I want them to feel that way and not allow anybody else or external forces to tell them otherwise, right? Yeah. So I mean, you joke with the shimmy stuff, but as T3, I'm sitting there, I'm like, "Hey, you smooth, bro." But I want him to feel like you the smoothest young dude ever, right? And I want him to. He have funny jokes, but I want him to believe that, right? And for my girls, right? I got my one daughter, my youngest daughter, Terrence. She has dreads, the other one doesn't, and I want her to feel beautiful with her hair the way she is. She'll have moments she's like, "I can't get certain styles, Dad." I'm like, "You can do whatever you want." So we're starting to allow her to be able to come into her creativity and you want to rock
how old
this?
Is she?
So I have a 6-year-old and I have an 8-year-old daughter, and then T3 he'll be 3 on the 24th of this month.
Yeah, got you.
Yep. But the 2 girls, they're completely different. When I'm saying personalities are completely opposite, so I have to father them different. Yeah. And it's different because although I want to spend time with both of them, and I still find time to separate and say, okay, you come down here and do your homework. So for example, today, my oldest daughter came down here and did her homework with me, and I'll switch it up. But it's like sometimes I have to separate them because they're girls, right? Sometimes they argue, they fight. But it's like, come down here. Right. But as you're down here, I'm talking to you. How was your day at school? Yeah. What did you like about school? Yeah. And I don't know if I shared with y'all before, but we do family meetings here in our house too, man. So like every Sunday we do family meetings, and we thought it was important to include our kids in our family meetings. So obviously me and my wife we talk about schedules, we talk about meals for the week, we talk about upcoming stuff for the week, whether it's family events, birth, whatever it may be. Yeah. Then for our kids, it's important that we talk to them about what are some things that maybe Dad did to really upset you this week. What are some things that Dad can work on? And we kind of allow them to have a voice. And there may be weeks that they love me, but then there may be weeks I get on their nerves. Yeah. Right. But
when did you start that though? When did you start that?
Probably about a year and a half to 2 years. I mean, a little bit prior to the pandemic, we started it. Cool. But I thought it was important once they could understand what we were doing to start including them, right? Because we can have our own meetings separate, but I'm like, y'all go sit down, y'all go watch TV. No, I want y'all to see what we're doing, right? We're talking about meals for the week. Good. And especially when I started thinking about like eating healthier stuff, I want them to kind of know like, hey, look, we're planning out our meals. We're thinking about what we want to have, right? Like we're gonna have chicken this day, we're gonna have fish this day, we're gonna do this. And then they're starting and they make their comments, ew, I don't want it. Well, look, okay, you may not want, I'll let you have pizza on Wednesday, right? Yeah. So it's like, I'm compromising and you may not always eat healthy. I still allow my kids to be kids, right? Yeah. But I'm having conversations with them, man. So I think it's important, again, you have to be a parent, but you also have to allow them to be able to share their feelings, to have conversations with you, and then be able to separate that too.
Absolutely.
I feel like Kev want to get in here, but Kev, go here. But I got another question, but go ahead.
Yeah, no, I really like it because I think that's what I'm learning as Kendall gets older. She's turning 13, and like, we're giving great examples. But what we're seeing on our side is our great examples becomes her own personality. Yeah. So what do I mean? Like, even though we're like, yo, what's up? How you doing? Blah, blah, blah. She's like, all right, what's up? How you doing? But when she gets really excited about something, we see her personality change. So for a lot for us, it's like, man, we know who she is and what she can be. It's just waiting until she gets the confidence and blossoms into that person, and then allowing her to be her. Like sometimes we're like, why you don't do this? Why you don't do that? And then I sit back and I'm like, well, she doesn't do that things because those are things that I would do. But those aren't things that she would necessarily is just inclined in doing. So I think that, there's two sides to it. Sometimes we just want our kids to be a certain way. But when we're figuring out their personalities, they're going to be who they're created to be. Like, it's not a bad thing. It's not a negative thing that they don't smile all the time. It's just their personality. So definitely learning the whole, okay, this is who my kid is. Now, how can I get our kid? So even just learning her personality, like she's a very creative person, but then now we got to work on those things that, okay, you're going to be creative, but how can we advance our creativity? How can we grow in certain areas? How can we practice and do the things that we have to do? So for us as a parent, yes, we want to see you grow and we want to see you become into who you are. And we're going to do everything to make sure you're getting there. But then we also have to pull back and say, okay, let her grow into where she needs to be.
Bro, that cultivation part, man, is really it's tricky for me. Because my girls are almost 3 and 1. And so with my 3-year-old, it's always something new for me. It's like, yo, I've never seen this before as a dad. And so I see things that, she's 3, so she's always interested in something else.
Yeah.
But look, when she's interested, she like goes at it. And so she's like, she was into dance, so we put her in dance. She was into gymnastics, so we put her in gymnastics, and she's excelling at both of those. And there was something else the other day that she was like starting to take to, and I was like, okay, cool. How do we cultivate that? And I was like, yo, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she's 3, you know what I mean? But I think like that's so, Kev, you hit it on there. Like, you got to let them be who they're going to be. But I'm always just like, yo, like, how do I cultivate that?
Yeah.
I wanted to jump back to something because Terry, you said something, about your son, about T3. He like, oh, no. You said your youngest daughter, she likes to do the TikToks and things like that. And I think especially in this age, it's like, we want to protect our kids, right? But like TikTok and social media and things like that, like that's their world. And so I'm trying to figure out, like, how do you, because you have that positive affirmations all around your room. You got to stay humble. I'm sure you got other things and things like that. And so you're always speaking positivity into them. And so I'm like, how do you protect them? But also, how do you protect yourself? Because I know, you know what I'm saying, you hit the 10,000 followers on IG, but at the same time, you have 6,000 people that you're following. And so I'm real big on, bro, if it's not feeding me positivity, like I'm just I'm unfollowing them. Like, you go to mine, I think I'm following like maybe 100 people. And that's intentional. Like I delete my mom's off social media. Like if you talking wild, I have no problems with cutting you off. And so I'm wondering, like, how do you, with your rise and your story and things like that, how do you protect yourself? And then, like, how do you protect your kids? Because, you know what I'm saying, I be on TikTok, and TikTok it get wild. And I'm like, I follow some of my, my high school and college students from my church. And so I watch their videos. Well, then it's like, oh, well, since you watch their videos, then you want, you know what I'm saying, you want to watch. And I'm like, no. I don't want to watch that one. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So good question. And I'll jump in with the way TikTok started for us as a family was through my kids. They start talking about the app, man. I knew nothing about it. That's why our TikTok is not just the dope dad is hanging with the Hardens. It's a family TikTok. My kids do not get on TikTok by themselves. They don't have it on any tablets. They don't have it on any devices at all. When we do TikTok, it's TikTok as a family, and either I've already pre-screened what they're watching or what they're doing, or we've talked about it, and I said, look, I'm going to scroll, but I'm going to scroll with you. And I'm quick to, if something don't look right, I'm fast, right? I mean, I am.
Bro, that just reminded me of us watching, man. See, back in the day, you had to change the TV really fast because you're like, oh, that's gonna be a good movie. Whoa, Whoa.
Not now, bro. I'm telling you, I didn't realize how
now you got to swipe. Now you got to swipe
man.
quick.
Thanks to my weight loss, I can swipe faster. But I swipe so quick. So as far as protecting them to jump back, that's how I do that. I monitor it. And I have family members, and I hear other kids that have their own TikToks, and my kids don't. You will not find them with their own TikToks. They don't have it on. They've asked, "Can I put it on my tablet? I just want to watch." No, there's too much out there. To me, as a father, I don't want them to see. So our TikTok is hanging with the Hardens, and that is something that we do as a family. It started off when my daughters wanted to look at it. I said, well, you're going to look at it, but we're going to look at it together. Yeah. It truly became almost like a bonding experience. I'll tell you, TikTok brought me and my daughters closer together because it allowed us to almost, I joke, but my kids didn't have no rhythm. So we started watching TikTok, and they started learning some of the dance. I'm like, oh, you can learn and watch. Like, this might be helpful for them to get a little bit of rhythm and stuff, man. So we started having fun with it as a family. So again, I protect them in the sense that they don't see it unless I show them, right? Yeah. I think that's important. Again, I'm not judging anybody else, but you will not see my kids having their own account or doing anything like that or having on their own tablets. Maybe when they get of age, again, I won't necessarily be like, you cannot, but right now I have control. You're under my roof, as the old school parents say, so you can follow my rules. So I don't allow them to do that. We do it together. As far as myself, when it comes to that, man, I think I've been out there, period. So whether it was 1,000 followers, 200 followers, I'm an extrovert. I like to have fun. I am who I am. I'm an open book. So what you see is what you get. It's not a facade. I'm not out here trying to keep up with trying to act like I'm somebody I'm not, right? So I think for me, I'm okay with you knowing my life because this is my life. And anybody who follows my Instagram, I'm sorry, you're gonna know my Instagram is dedicated to my family, which has always been, and my weight loss. Two things that are truly very important to me. So I don't have to hide it because I'm sharing it. I'm talking about it.
Yeah. But I meant like with the amount of people that you're following on your page, like, so obviously their stuff is going to come up in your feed.
Yep. Here goes the thing, and this probably sounds bad. I don't do a lot of scrolling, to be honest with you. When I get on TikTok, or Instagram, I'm usually posting my stuff. I may view a little bit, but I don't spend a lot of time. I work a 9 to 5, so I have my own, I do my own day job. So while y'all see me on social media, I'm corporate America in a banking position, assistant vice president, doing what I'm doing on a normal day to day.
That's that bread. That's that bread he was talking about.
You heard how he slid that in.
I'm like, corporate America vice president, financial advisor, stock market guru, trading futures.
I'm just saying, I don't got time to be on there. But what I think for me, and you made a good point, you don't want to follow people that aren't pouring into you and all of that. Yeah. My counter to that is I have a lot of people that support me, and I didn't want to get too big to where I feel like I can't show you love back. Yeah. So the reason I follow so many people is because if you're going to follow me, you're going to show me love. I want to at least give you the opportunity to figure out who you are and to show you that I want to follow your story, right? Yeah. Now, to your point, I've unfollowed people. If I feel like I've followed you and I've seen some stuff that just doesn't fit within my day-to-day, or it doesn't make me happy, or I don't like it, I can unfollow you, right? Yeah. But naturally, I never want to be one of them big time. You get big, you got all of these followers, and y'all are just following me, and I'm not showing love to you back, right? And if you look at my following, I do have now here goes, and I'm telling on myself, the majority of my following, that people that I follow is either going to be fathers in the fatherhood community. Yeah. I have a big following in the weight loss community. I follow a lot of people in the weight loss community because I like watching their journeys just as much as they like watching mine. It inspires me. So
that's a real tight community. Like,
it's a huge community.
Supportive.
Yep, and they're very supportive, man. And it's I look forward to seeing their motivation Mondays, transformation Tuesdays, and all of that. Like, so it's a community full of people. So when I'm following them. And then I do have a slight following of IG models. That's my I probably shouldn't, but it's but outside of that
I do have a slight following of IG models. And, y'all.
I told you I'm an open book, and I'm always gonna be honest. I ain't never gonna sugarcoat nothing. But here's the thing, my wife knows too. So I'm not dating them. I like beautiful stuff. Yeah. So I like, if I want to see some stuff.
Well, Kev, why that scroll that he was just doing got slower? Like the scroll earlier was faster.
This time. Oh, I'm not scrolling past them.
That scroll was like a double tap scroll, like a.
Oh, I show love. I guarantee you look at some of them, you're gonna be like, dang, just down here already.
Got them on alerts.
They're not on alerts. I just be ready. I'll be ready. But in all seriousness, though, I try to give love to people that show me love, and I never want to be one of those type of people. I don't give a if I got 100,000. I'm not too big to talk to sit down, to have conversations with anybody because I'm not special or better than anybody else, right? We all have a story. We all have a purpose. And I think it's important for even people that have big following to make time for everybody. So
that's good.
I try to do that too.
That's good. That's real good. I don't know, man.
What you about to say?
I can see it
on your face.
Our experience with social media has just been totally different. And so I kind of battle when it comes to kids. Like, I don't think me personally, just maybe I'm just getting older, but it's just not appropriate. Like I'm seeing kids at certain ages doing certain dances, listen to certain things. And I'm just like, bro, at some point,
bruh,
where is the filter? Where is the, like, you know what I mean? So
I don't disagree with you. I agree. The hard part is, and then I think where I struggle, Kev, is they're going to see it.
Yeah.
They're going to see it whether it's with you or without. And I think that's why I try to be transparent, have a conversation, and then almost manage it to a sense. But I agree with you. It's out there.
Yeah.
And no matter how great of a parent you are, if you try to block it, they can go to school and they're gonna see it.
I was about to say when they're at school, they're gonna see it. Listen, I have two nieces in the exact same grade, and like one of them, she is what's the word? I don't want to say she's a goody two shoes, but she's a good kid.
Yeah,
like she's a good kid. She don't cause no trouble. She don't do nothing. She ain't really trying to date like that. I mean, like she's sophomore in high school, and so she's just starting to like feel herself and things like that. And so she posted a picture, and I was like, "Yo, what you doing?" She's just like, "Well, these are the pictures that my friends post, like on their social media." And then I got another niece that's just like she is a good kid, but she just wild. You know what I'm saying? Like she wild. I don't know how else to say it, but she out there.
And here goes the hard part. No matter how good of a parent you are, and this is no shade to anybody, we just talked about the kids with two different personalities. Mm-hmm. You could have the goody two-shoe that's gonna follow your directions, and you got the other kid that may just go rogue and be like, you know what, I don't care. Dad don't want me to do it. I'm gonna do it when I get to school. So
they're cousins, so their parents are different, and they were raised completely totally different. Yeah. Hey, if my sister-in-law's here, I don't care. I tell them to their face. But like their parenting styles were vastly different.
Yeah,
and it shows. Mm-hmm. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Call a spade a spade. But what I'm saying is just like what. Huh?
I'm sorry. Go ahead. My bad.
No. I was just gonna say it doesn't matter whether we protect them or not. Like they're still going to see it. Kind of like to your point, like whether you keep them away from it, you keep them hidden from it, or if you like let them see it all it takes is one friend at the lunch table to just be like,
yeah, but I think that's where the values come from, right? So even then, our values
are peer pressure.
But even then, like I believe, yes, your kids are going to be exposed to things, but what values have you expressed or have you entrusted in your kid to be like, oh, that's cool, but I know I don't need to see that again. And if you show that to me again, I don't need to be your friend. I think those are empowerment type of things that we could do for our kids to not be naive and be like, oh, that was funny. Wait until I go and show my parents. And then when they go and show their parents, they're like, why are you watching this? And who are you watching? I get that they will be exposed outside of the household, but inside of the household, yeah, we're going to talk about TikTok and the things on TikTok. But it's funny how at 13, me and my wife would have been thinking like, oh, she wants to get on TikTok. She wants to get on Instagram. Mm-hmm. But her interests for those things aren't like, I was like, yo, you can get on Instagram. What's up? You want to get on? And she was like, nah, I'm good. And that's just because we didn't hype that kind of stuff up. Like as for on a kid perspective, if that makes sense. I think sometimes parents allow the hype to get to the kids where it's like, oh, TikTok, we got to do the TikTok dance. And then the kids get into the hype where we didn't really have that hype in our household. So now that she's of age and now she can be involved, her friends are on there, her friends are involved, but she just chooses not to be involved because of she knows and hears the crazy things that's on there. So she's like, you know what? I'd rather not be. So I just think that at some point as parents, we got to be able to filter, like, it's like HBO when we were, Skinamax when we was growing up, right? It was like,
I'm sneaking.
But you know what I mean? Like, they go see it at somebody's house. But at least in my house, I can do my best to protect the mind, to protect the heart, and protect the spirit. And I think that sometimes we fail thinking of it as fun. Now we just have a gate because now the maturity, the conversations haven't been set. Like when you see this, what do? You know, when your friends are showing you something that's inappropriate, what do you do? And so for Kendall, we've made sure to kind of instill, like, if there's something inappropriate going on, you stop and you leave, you call, or you move yourself away from the situation. So I don't know.
Those same conversations you're saying, I have them with my daughters, even at 6 and 8.
Nice.
And I think you have to have those conversations. Now, I will tell you, because I have 2 daughters and both of them are completely opposite personality-wise.
Yeah.
I'll use it for example. We were at a family event maybe a month ago. The kids were outside playing. My oldest daughter went with her cousin. They went walking down the street. My youngest daughter came in and said, "Hey, Dad, I know we shouldn't be leaving. Taya and them are walking down the street. I wanted to see if I can have your permission because I know as a dad, I was so proud of that one."
Yeah.
Because I've had conversations with both of them where I'm like,
snitches get stitches.
Yeah, I mean, but here go the thing, right? We've had conversations and both of them had, but I got 2 kids that come from the same house that had learned the same things, had the same conversation. One is more extroverted, more follow the leader. One is more introverted, more I'm to myself. I don't need no friends. I can go play by myself. I'm cool. Yeah. So I'm learning as parents, I have to have 2 different conversations.
There you go.
So I'm instilling the same values, but I have to have different conversations with each of them.
Yeah.
And that can be difficult, right? I mean, having multiple children, I'm learning that they're completely different. And while my
wait till your son get up there.
Yeah. And here's the thing, I have no idea which way he may be more like my oldest, or he may be more like my younger. He may be in the middle.
But I think it's really important, like you said, each one of them have a different personality. So if they each have a different, that's just like even different learning styles. So, you know, one of them you might can talk to, the other one you probably gonna have to be physical. And when I say physical,
I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
But you know what I mean. Just
As on Purpose podcast, we do not condone physical violence to children or to other people. Just a disclaimer. Go ahead, Kev.
But you're right. I agree with you, Kev. I know exactly what you meant when you said that. You gotta treat them differently in that sense. But I think you said one of the greatest things, Kev, instilling those values, right? Yeah. And I think as a parent, I can walk away at the end of the night knowing, like, I've had these conversations with my daughters, even at 6 and 8 years old. They're not too young to have these conversations. Where I talk to them about, you don't gotta follow your friends. You know, if you see somebody that's not doing something right, you don't do it. When you see somebody dancing like this or doing something, you don't do it. Like we're having conversations about all of that. And because I want them to know that that's important, and don't get in front of your cousins or your friends or anybody else and you switch up. Like, you know what's right, you know what's wrong. Good. Don't lose that when you get in front of other people.
Yeah, that's real good. And I don't think, go ahead, Kev. I would like to challenge all dads and parents that are listening, like, to really ask yourself, what are your values? Like, what are your family values that you have, like, between you and your spouse? Like, because I think oftentimes,
have y'all written them down? Your family values?
I have not written them down to answer your question, but I know what they are. When I talk to my kids, like, even just the respect thing, my kids all say yes sir, yes ma'am. Like, there's just certain things that I grew up that it's out of respect. Yeah, you will, as my child, you'll say that when you're talking to an adult, you're gonna say yes sir, you're gonna say yes ma'am, no matter how old they are, how young, you know what I mean? It's out of respect. So there's certain things that I want my kids to grow up knowing. You respect somebody who's older than you. You respect them because they are, you know, they're above you in that sense of they're an adult. So you need to respect them, right? As far as values, me and my wife have certain values, but we talk about them together to make sure that we're on the same page.
There you go, right there.
There you go.
You got to think about it. Even us we're two individuals, right? So we may have grown up with two different values.
Yeah.
So when we come together, we have to say, what values do we want for our kids? Like, I mean, and it could be something as little as, I mean, we've even talked about, when do you think they can have cell phones? We're talking about everything.
Yeah.
And we're making sure that we're on the same page before we even have that conversation with our kids. Because again, it's me and my wife first. Love my kids, but they come after that.
Yeah.
So,
and I wasn't trying to cut you off, Kev. I was thinking that was going to be a quick answer, but Terry, you know what I'm saying?
I like to talk. It's only my third time on here. You ain't learning right now.
But no, because we had Carl on here, and Carl he wrote his family, he has like four principles or something like that. Him and his daughters, they have like 4 principles, and I forgot what they were. If you go back and listen to the episode, run up the numbers, you'll hear what they were. But I just thought it was dope that he had those, and I didn't know. And I mean, everything ain't a race thing, but you know what I'm saying, like in our culture, we don't write things like that down. I mean, like Absolutely. The homie Jamal King, he does. Like he went out there, he got his own crest of his family made. Like he got an entire crest and put it in his floor. Wow. So I mean, like that's funny. Real.
I want a family crest. I ain't made one yet, but I do. I think it's important.
You could just hire a designer; they'll do that for you. You got bread.
I get one to sponsor me with one.
I love this other people's money.
OPP.
Yeah, I should never gave y'all this money.
OPP. I think one thing that Terry said that was really important too is like we have to recognize that we come from different backgrounds and our values may be different than what our spouses is, and that actually sit down. I think a lot of our arguments about our kids stem from the values the unspoken values that we have that we haven't shared with our spouse. Does it make sense?
Unspoken.
Absolutely. I mean, me and my wife talk about it all the time, and like we make sure that we say, well, I grew up this way. Well, I grew up this way. Okay, well, how do we want our kids to grow up, right?
Yeah.
And it's again, we may have to come to a compromise. And that's okay, because I'd rather us be on the same page. It's not your way, my way, the way how do we want, like take our parents out of it, take how we were raised out of it. How do we want to raise our kids? What do we want them to grow up and be? How do we want them to feel about themselves? And those are conversations that we have together. And I think that's important because we're now on the same page and we've created our own values for our kids rather than just sticking with the ones that our parents gave us, right?
Yeah.
There's good things that I've learned from mine. There's good things that she's learned from hers. And we hey, I see you now. Look.
That's how I shimmy. He was talking spicy. I just felt it. You know what I'm saying?
You can't say
I got
spicy,
too many muscles.
Man.
That's what it is.
You gotta say I was talking smooth, not spicy.
Spicy.
That's different.
Look.
Don't even go there.
My show. I can say what I want.
I don't even want to give you a chance to say what I think we smooth as hell. We're gonna leave it at that.
I wasn't even gonna say nothing like that.
I ain't no psychic, but
every time we get Terry out here.
Terry, we about to get out of here, man. I ain't got time for this. This is my show.
He's the honorary co-host.
Thank you, Kev. Thank you, Kev.
Look, we don't allow people from Ohio to be honorary co-hosts.
That's crazy.
But wait, pause. Don't no shade, nothing. I know you live in Ohio. You did all that, but are you from Ohio?
Yeah, I'm from Columbus, Ohio. I'm born and raised.
I thought you weren't. I thought you moved from somewhere else. But that was Jason. Jason lives in Texas and he's from Virginia. But anyways, cool. No, but Terry, we really are about to get out of here because it's past my bedtime. Love you, bro. Appreciate you. What you got for the folks,
man? Hey, this is always a dope time to connect with y'all, man. It's truly like sitting down talking to my friends, man. I can't wait to be able to kick it with y'all one day in person, man. But I love what y'all doing. That's why I jump on these. I ain't gonna lie, Mondays suck for me. I don't like Mondays. But
I gave you 2 options.
Here's the thing. You could have gave me 10 options, but I rock with y'all. So no matter what it was, I was gonna make sure I came on, man. So I love what y'all doing, man. I love the energy. I love the fact that y'all continue to just uplift people in this fatherhood community, man. So much love and respect to y'all, man. Keep doing what you're doing. Thanks for having me on for the 3rd time. I'm waiting for my invite for the 4th time.
But okay, cool. I appreciate that. Thank you. But what you got for the people?
Hey, for the people, here go the thing, man. Feel free to follow me at Just a Dope Dad on Instagram. I share my family, I share my weight loss journey, but more than anything, I'm just trying to share positive vibes. So if you come to my page, I want to be able to give you something to smile about, no matter what your day's looking like, no matter what you're going through. I'm hoping you can go through my feed, and whether you see my weight loss, whether you see my kids, my wife, you leave saying like, man, that's a good dude. I try to pour out into the world and put positive energy out there. I think when you do that, you get it back. So feel free to follow me, Just a Dope Dad. We did talk about TikTok a little bit. I'm on there hanging with the Hardens where I share my family. It did at one point, it started getting too Just a Dope Daddy. So I'm trying to bring my family back on there a little bit more. But they start being busy. So I'm like, if y'all busy, I'm gonna do it. But
you're like, all look, I'm downstairs. I'm gonna get my shimmy on.
Down here, I'm gonna do something. But all in all, man, my goal is to find ways to inspire people, whether it's through my weight loss, through family, through fatherhood, through showing a dope marriage. You can do all of that and still be cool as hell. So I highly encourage everybody, man, love your spouse, love your kids, love what you do, love yourself. That's all I got, man. Much love to all of y'all, man, that listened in. Much love to you two brothers, man, for having me on. I appreciate y'all. I value y'all. I love y'all. And I look forward to the next time.
I mean, well, we're not about to shut it down. We gotta let Kev go. I thought he was about to just log off and just get off the whole podcast. The way he was talking about. Peace.
Y'all can talk about whatever else y'all want. I already made my exit.
I'm telling you, when he comes to Texas, is on site.
Hey, man,
faith and opportunity.
Listen, I think social media, you got to figure out what your purpose and your why you're on there. If you really want to be a creative, you got to do the work to be a creative, to be on there. I know for me, I kind of recognize like I just don't want to be a creative. I don't want to put that type of work in. What I want to do is I want to connect with people, and I want to make sure that those that I've connected with in real life, I can continue to have that connection over social media. So I think for a lot of fathers, like really think about what's your purpose and what are you trying to do on your social media account when it comes to creativity. It's a lot of work, but then what are your values set forward for your family and for your kids? And what is their purpose on social media? Because I think of it like it's entertainment, right? It's entertainment. It's like TV for most, like back in the day, my parents was like, get off the TV, stop playing a video game. It's about the same thing. And I had to recognize that with Kindle when it comes to YouTube. I try to look at YouTube as an app, but it's more so like, man, if it was back in the day, it would have been me watching TV or me playing a video game. But what are the values behind that? How are we setting restrictions and standards for our children? So I think those are two things that we have to really think about. Don't overwhelm your life trying to be something that you're not.
Yo, when y'all setting restrictions for your kids, don't set no restrictions for how you liking this podcast and how you sharing this podcast and how you commenting on. Y'all know I'm always smooth with the segues when we come into this end. Well, I'm telling you, like, look, I should have been shimmying. You know what I'm saying? Hey, yo, if you rocking with us, man, we appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Keep tuning in every Friday. New episodes at noon. YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, other podcasts, bootleg podcasts, all of them. We love you guys. Take care. God bless. See y'all next week.
Peace.